first time that Jurassic Park has been opened in June in the history of the franchise. If you come around this way, you'll see that there's an access point here that's been caution taped off and CP rail signage warning people not to cross over. Now, over here, you see some of the baggage problems that we've been seeing. They made a paper sign here indicating what flight these bags belong to. We've got some golf clubs over there. I'm sure that people are going to want those for their travels, but the line just keeps on growing, Hannah. Anyone who knows anything about the Queen's Plate knows it's not just about the races, it's also about the fashion. I went with pancake socks from the clearance bin, cost me $1, and a Valentino coat. Won't disclose how much that cost me, but the Queen's Plate is a chance to have fun, get fancy, get silly. Nothing beats shutting down a street for a party. Queen Street East is closed from Woodbine to Beach Avenue for one of the coolest events in Toronto. And cool, not just because we are steps away from the breeze of Lake Ontario, but it's like you mentioned, the food, the vendors, and of course, the music.
This is the scene here in Port Dover as tens of thousands of motorcyclists descend upon Norfolk County. I'm Dale Manuktuk, and we'll have more after the break.
I'll take you inside, show you what's going on in there. I've already been inside. There's an overwhelming smell of popcorn in the best way possible. Now, those who come are here for a retrospective evening. There are friends of ours in Ukraine who are dying. You're not helping, Justin Trudeau is. Now, Justin Trudeau announced today that Canada is pledging 5,000 rounds of ammunition. It's the last weekend of campaigning before Election Day on June 2nd. If you got one of these in the mail, you'll know that early voting is over. So have people voted? Are they undecided? Do they plan to vote? Are parties' messages cutting through? Let's talk to some Ontarians. Janella, we hear a lot nowadays about returning to pre-pandemic levels, whether that's about revenues or capacity limits. Well, I can tell you today that new data from the Chief Coroner's Office, the opioid crisis has skyrocketed. Chris, you know there ain't no such thing as halfway reporting, and I'm always going to be where the action is. And look, you know, the rain stopped hours ago, but it is still pouring in Toronto. I've managed to stay dry both from the weather and the alcohol, but there are still thousands of people roaming the Distillery District, taking photos of this incredible tree. Let me tell you some fun facts about that. It is 51 feet tall. There are 70,000 twinkly lights. Well, Dwight, as you can see behind me, absolute destruction to some of these homes in this area. We know that at least 20 have been characterized by the chief of Barrie Fire as uninhabitable. Mandatory randomized COVID-19 testing, which we know has been partly responsible for some of the delays that we've been seeing. So that will take effect tomorrow on June 11th, and the temporary suspension will run to the end of the month. We know that on Saturday they had 7,000 fans at the game. It was a mixture of first responders and season ticket holders who won a lottery draw. But tonight, more fans got the opportunity to see the Reds take the pitch. Don't forget, the official opening ceremony for the 2016 Rio Olympic Games is Friday. Catch all of the excitement on CBC beginning at 6:30 p.m. Eastern.